Then a couple more here, a couple top 5 teams that are at home, but it's a test, especially for Ohio State. It might be the first real test of the year. Look, is Iowa's offense actually better? No, I don't know at this point, but it doesn't seem like Iowa can play and compete in a big game without having a big boost offensively. Now, here's the good news. If you look at what they've been this year, granted, weak schedule up to this point, Caleb Johnson has been pretty good. Iowa's rushing attack has turned out 200 plus yards in each of their first 4 games. That's a first for Iowa since 2013. They're averaging over 250 yards per game on the ground. That's second in the Big Ten and 10th nationally. So it's easy to poke fun at Iowa and say, well, the drive to 325. I hear people say that all the time. First of all, I don't know if that's still in the contract here, but I can tell you this. At least they're showing life on that side of the ball. Because for a long time, there wasn't even that. They couldn't even run the ball with efficiency, but that group appears to be better. Of course, huge test this week because Ohio State is going to completely sell it against the run. Because if you put the game on Cade McNamara's shoulders, you can't feel very confident if you are an Iowa fan. You look at the talent, significant edge for the Buckeyes. I think Ohio State wins this one and wins this one big. Auburn is on the road at Georgia. Georgia is a healthy favorite of about 24 points. This game's 3:30 Eastern time on ABC. I'll be on the call alongside Sean McDonough and Molly McGrath. Couple things I'm looking at for this thing. What is going on with Carson Beck? All right. Well, yeah, statistically speaking, really impressive last week, but he had 4 turnovers. He also got called for intentional grounding in his own end zone that resulted in safety. And right now, you look at how he played last week, and it's kind of a microcosm of his season. There have been really good moments, but there have also been some moments where you're kind of left shaking your head. 1 for 13 on throws that traveled 15 plus yards in the first 3 quarters last week. 1 for 13 on throws that traveled 15 plus. Now, he had some drops, and it wasn't all on him, but in the fourth quarter, he was 5 of 10. They also need to be better on third downs, and that starts with Carson Beck. Among the 130 qualified FBS quarterbacks, he's 44% completion. That's 122nd. On the other side, Peyton Thorne, he ran well against Georgia last year, ran 61 yards on 1 rush by itself, and ran for 92 in the game. Second most in a game in his career. He had 120 plus against Samford, an FCS school, back in 23. I do think the passing game, though, is much better than they've been in the past. Peyton Thorne has got to be smart, though, with the football. SEC worst, 6 interceptions this year. 4 came in the loss against Cal. And Auburn, as a team, has committed 15 turnovers this season. That's the second most in the FBS behind East Carolina. So it's going to be fascinating. Look forward to being there on the call for the Deep South's oldest rivalry there in Athens at 3:30 on ABC.